1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 6:43. Two watching. Hi. Says two. Hi, Mary Lou. It's good to see you. Yeah, I did a. Hi, Pam. Good to see you. I posted out. Amber. I am on. And how are you, Amber? I hope you're well. Safia is here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got scared, it's that you get that feeling in your stomach, like when you first go live and you wait and you wait. And I know that there's a lag, but you just wait. And then all of a sudden, people show up. It's like magic from all over the place. I'm glad you're good. I hope everyone's well. I know the people on the west coast of Florida, up in the. I guess if you looked at Florida, like this would kind of be like the armpit of Florida. I guess they have a storm coming. She has been named Idella, Idella, I think Idella. Yeah, but right now I think she's kind of in the like Cancun area, and she's expected to make her way. And again, it was a tropical storm earlier today, but I'm sure that's gonna. I know, Idella, and it's interesting, right? We're already up to the eyes, and oh wow, you've bought. Oh, okay, yeah. This is my second copy of this. I don't know what. Hi, Chris. I don't know what happened to the first one. Oh, I think I loaned it to somebody. And when you when I loan people books, I really don't expect to get them back. I mean, I'm sure people are all good intentions to return them, but so this is my second one, and I bought it used. I don't even think I got it at Goodwill. I don't know where I got it. I know I bought the second copy used. But I thought maybe you'd like to see what Robert looks like. We've been reading him now for quite some time. And there's a picture of him in the back. So this is what Robert looks like. He's got a very pensive, he's got a pretty mischievous kind of look in his eye. And he's got a little bit of Santa Claus going, I think. Will never lend books unless I assume it won't come back. And I'm okay with that too. I mean, I only have so much room for books. And oh my God, I got rid of so many books when I moved to here. And now I'm literally down to, two bookcases that have books in them. And I have a whole bunch of DVDs, and I don't even know why I have them. I can't remember the last time I put a DVD into watch. I guess you're right. He kind of looks like a minister / Santa Claus. Yeah. But he's written, all I really need to know. And then the other one, which I've read, I think I read all of it to you. It was On Fire When I Lay Down on It. And some others. And according, this is a long time ago. He He lives in Seattle, Washington. So I picked another story. Oh, wow, your parents ran a bookshop. Yeah, I think that's cool. I can't imagine. I think it would be so neat to have just a library. I mean, wall to ceiling, not wall to ceiling, floor to ceiling. Jeez, floor to ceiling, and one of those little things or the little ladder that goes, you go up. Um, Not that I could go up. Yeah, I love books. I do, and yeah, and I have no problem taking them apart to do something else with them because the ones that we take apart we know are headed to the dump anyway. So that's really cool. All right, so the selection for this evening. Yes, I don't blame you. That's a good dream to have, Amber, to have a library. Yes. And it was Colonel Mustard in the library with the lead pipe. No, never mind. My mind wanders. I picked the name. It says Buffalo Tavern. And of course, I immediately thought of the Buffalo Bar in Buffalo, New York, where the infamous chicken, the buffalo wings, was created. But that's another story. One portion of a minister's lot concerns the dying and the dead, the hospital room, the mortuary, the funeral service, the cemetery. What I know of such things shapes my life elsewhere in particular ways. What I know of such things explains why I don't waste much life mowing grass or washing cars or raking leaves or making beds or shining shoes or washing dishes. It explains why I don't honk at people who are slow to move at green lights and why I don't kill spiders. There isn't time or need for all this. What I know of cemeteries and such also explains why I sometimes visit the Buffalo Tavern. The Buffalo Tavern is, in essence, mongrel America, boiled down and stuffed into the buffalo on a Saturday night. The fundamental elements achieve a critical mass around 11. The catalyst is the favorite house band, the dynamic volcanic logs. 8 freaks frozen in the amber vibes of the 60s. Now that's a sentence. Playing Stop Hell Rockabilly with enough fervor to heal the lame and the halt. Mongrel America comes to the Buffalo to drink beer, shoot pool, and dance. Above all, to dance, to shake their tails and stomp frogs and get rowdy and holler and sweat and dance. When it's Saturday night and the logs are rocking and the crowd is rolling, there's no such thing as death. On one such night, the Buffalo was invaded by a motorcycle club, trying hard to look like the Hells Angels and doing pretty good at it too. I don't think these people were in costume for a movie, and neither they nor their ladies smelled like soap and water, were an important part of their lives or anything like on a daily basis. Following along behind them was an Indian, an older man with braids, beaded vest, army surplus pants, and tennis shoes. He was really ugly. Now I am fairly resourceful with words, and I would give you a flashy description of this man's face if it would help, but there's no way around it. He was, in a word, ugly. So ugly, he was beautiful. That kind of ugly. He sat working on his Budweiser for a long time. When the dynamic logs ripped into a scream out version of Jailhouse Rock, he moved, shuffled over to one of the motorcycle mamas, and invited her to dance. Most ladies would have refused, but she was amused enough to shrug and get up. Well, I'll not waste words. This ugly, shuffling Indian ruin could dance. I mean, he had the moves. Nothing wild, just effortless action, subtle rhythm, the cool of a master. He turned his partner every way but loose and made her look good at it. The floor slowly cleared for them. The band wound down and out, but the drummer held the beat. The motorcycle club group rose up and shouted for the band to keep playing. The band kept playing. The Indian kept dancing. The motorcycle mama finally blew a gasket and collapsed in someone's lap. The Indian danced on alone. The crowd clapped up the beat. The Indian danced with the chair. The crowd went crazy. The band faded. The crowd cheered. The Indian held up his hands for silence, as if to make a speech. Looking at the band and then the crowd, the Indian said, "Well, what's the hell you waiting for? Let's dance." The band and the crowd went off like a bomb. People were dancing all through the tables, to the back of the room and behind the bar. People were dancing in the restrooms and around the pool tables, dancing for themselves, for the Indian, for God and Mammon, dancing in the face of hospital rooms, mortuaries, funeral services, and cemeteries. And for a while, nobody died. "Well," said the Indian, "what the hell are you waiting for? Let's dance." All righty, let's dance, right? Very good one. I always say that, don't I? Every week I say that's a good one. Yeah, let's dance. Dance with the chair, or chair dance, right? At least there was no lap dancing. Ah ha ha ha. And the motorcycle mama, we had, we had a I worked with a home economics teacher when I taught in New York. And she rode a motorcycle, a Goldwing Honda motorcycle with a sidecar. And she and her husband were, motorcyclists. And they actually motorcycled from the Buffalo area. This was upstate New York, about an hour south of Buffalo, New York. They would go every summer from there all the way to Alaska, because I think she was from Alaska. And they had a little daughter. And the little daughter was in the sidecar all the way from Buffalo, New York, all the way across the country to Alaska. And I nicknamed her. First name was Marilyn, last name was McManus. We taught at a school called Maple Grove. So I had nicknamed her the motorcycle mama from Maple Grove. I guess that was the motorcycle mama. So when I saw the word motorcycle mama, Marilyn came to mind, and I'm friends with her on Facebook. And recently there was a picture of her daughter, all grown up, a beautiful woman. And I often think of her in that sidecar, all the way from Buffalo, New York to Alaska. I mean, talk about a journey. And I think that they may have had like some sort of, like a radio thing so they could communicate with her. But I just can't imagine putting a kid in a sidecar. I don't know. But anyway, so let's dance. I thought we would do like a journey. I'm kind of tired, but I went out to put my garbage out, and look what I found at the end of my driveway. I mean, talk about cool stuff. It's a sticker, and it says use fine point permanent marker. And it looks like it was some sort of game, because in these answers, these words, Straits, River, Straits, Straits, River, Straits, Irish. And on the other side, hi, Angie and Janice. It has TE on it. And this thing was at the end of my driveway. So I don't know what it is, but I'm certainly going to incorporate it somewhere. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I usually don't find cool stuff like this. Occasionally I might find a crushed, smashed bottle cap in a parking lot, but this is, I don't know. Not sure. I think Irish at the end of it is kind of an odd thing. I don't know. So I found that. I've been working on my zine, and I thought I had it. I thought I had the story kind of written down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Chris. That's the only problem. If you assign homework, you got to grade it. At least I always did. I wouldn't assign something if I knew if I wasn't going to grade it because I didn't think that was fair to the kids. I knew teachers that assigned stuff and never even looked at it, which I don't think is fair. But that's, you know, another story, I guess. So I had this story. My things are, and they're really good ones. I mean, they're easy ones. I have a cucumber. Hi, Barbara Clark. I've got cucumber, smile, and gloves. Yeah, you give yourself homework too. Um, and because when I had a sub, I would have all this outrageous work for them to do because I didn't want them to not be good for the sub. And then I realized, shit, I have to grade all this stuff. Um, Barbara Bait. So cucumber, smile, and gloves. So I started out with I was going to have a little princess whose father lost the throne and she was no longer a little princess and she was relegated to picking cucumbers in a cucumber field. Then I didn't like that. Hi, Janet. And then I came up with another story with the little girl was picking cucumbers, and there was a prize at the end of the season. Who could pick the most cucumbers in one like work day? And the prize, first prize, was a solid gold cucumber trophy that weighed 18 and a half ounces, and it was worth its weight in gold. And typically the winner would sell the trophy. And I checked the price of gold, and if that were the case, yesterday the price of gold was, I don't know, $1,800 an ounce. So the winner would have won about $35,000. And in my story, the little girl, you know, was practicing, and I looked up all this information. I know more about cucumbers than, you know, I think most people. And they're really hard to, and there's like little thorns. Hi, Lisa. And there are like little thorns, and you know, I could see why wearing gloves might be helpful. So I could work the glove thing in. So first prize was this golden cucumber. Second prize was a yeah. The second prize was a handcrafted pair of leather gloves that would be made for you. And then third prize was a $25 gift card to Amazon. I thought that would be funny. So I had that. I pretty much had that. I found out all about, you know, picking cucumbers, and cucumbers actually they're planted in long rows, and they have big leaves, and the cucumbers grow underneath the leaves, and you can't really see them from above. If you just stand over, you could straddle a row of cucumbers because the plants are not that high. You could straddle it, but if you're looking down, you can't see them. So the pickers almost have to pick the cucumbers by feeling. They have to feel where the cucumbers are. And again, the guest workers, many of them Mexican, come across the border as legal guest workers. And these guys, you know, in my story, they are, hi, Dana, they are the master pickers. And she has to figure out a way of beating out the master pickers. And in real life, in order to make $12 an hour, you would have to pick 22 5/8 of a bushel buckets in order to make about $12 an hour. And that's backbreaking work. I mean, I think I've told the story. I worked as a migrant laborer many, many years ago. And what I was doing, I was grafting trees. I was grafting varieties of apple and peach and cherry trees. And you were bent over, and we worked 55 hours a week, 10 hours a day, and 5 hours on Saturday. And I was paid at the time $12 per thousand trees, per thousand trees. So every 1,000 trees I grafted, I earned $12. And the most I ever earned was, I think one day everything went right, and I grafted about 1,200 trees. So I kind of know that type of work. But then just about 10 minutes before I went live, I had another totally different idea for my zine. Yeah, it is crazy. It's brutal work. Any migrant labor. It's brutal. I've got a lot of migrant stories because I worked with the migrants and as a migrant laborer on a fruit farm, 2,000-acre fruit farm outside of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I've had some interesting jobs. So I came up with a much sillier idea, a cucumber, right? Wearing gloves with a big smile on his face. And I figured I could have the cucumber. I've written all this down, all this information. So I figured I could have this guy, right? And I could have him smiling and he'd have gloves on and angry and concerned. And I could have different emotions of this cucumber. I once made, and I think I think I just threw it out too. I made a cucumber stamp. I carved out a cucumber stamp, and I don't think I have it anymore. But it's easy. I could easily carve a cucumber stamp. So anyway, I go from this girl trying to win the golden cucumber to just being a goofy cucumber character. So thank God this isn't due until October 1st, because I don't know how many of my stories are going to change between now and October 1st. So I thought I would share that with you. I'm sure you're interested in my zine journeys. Yes, he could be in a pickle. I love it. I love that. I'm going to write it down. Let's see. He could find himself in a, he could be running away because he didn't want to get picked, because if he got picked, he could be turned into a pickle. Oh, pickling cucumbers can't be more than 2 inches wide. And you get the most money for if you're out in the field picking. You get 75 cents for 5/8 of a bushel for pickling cucumbers. When I worked on the orchards out in the on the orchards, at that time the migrants got 40 cents per 8-quart bucket when they were picking cherries. Yeah, he could find himself in a pickle. Find himself or herself in a pickle. That would be funny. That's another whole. That could be another whole. Cucumber wanted to dance with the Indian. There you go. Too bad I don't have. Yeah, he finds himself in a pickle, or he's trying to escape being a pickle. I know. I want a pickle now. I have a recipe for refrigerator pickles that are really easy to make, and they have like serrano chilies in them, or hot chili. So they're little sweet and they're hot. So they're hot pickles. Woo! And they're good. And you make them out of the English, the cucumber, the seedless cucumber pickles. Yes, get one. Well, I remember, don't you remember the old days when, I guess sometimes you used to be able to buy them out of the barrel, the big pickles, and they'd come in a pickle bag. I remember pickle on a roller coaster. He could have his hands up in the air going, woo! It's endless, right? I mean, we can do a whole pickle thing. Oh, the other thing, I haven't been out to my mailbox in several days, and it was full. And I got some neat stuff. And I got this. I hope I'm not boring you guys, but I'm going to do something, I promise you. But look at this. I want to do this. Anybody play bridge? I used to play bridge a long time ago. And here's this woman who is going to be giving beginning bridge lessons for free right here at IRCC. Lessons are open to people who have never played bridge before and to people who have played before but want to learn the modern bidding. I didn't know there was modern bidding. Oh, it's not boring. It's not boring at all. Believe me. All 3 classes are recommended. The only thing you have to do is buy the book, which is $15. And it's Thursday mornings at 10 a.m., which is not too bad. Alrighty, I might do this. Attendance is expected. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. My parents used to play bridge all the time. But my ex-husband taught me how to play bridge. And we used to play. My parents used to, they did more drinking than playing bridge. There was a lot of drinking involved when my parents played bridge. But, I might do this. Something to, oh no, is it Thursdays? Oh, we might have to rearrange some things here. But anyway, bridges, I mean, the people play bridge here all the time. Oh, okay, yeah. But I offered to sub for somebody, and they kind of looked at me. I said, "Oh, I can play." One no Trump, no, and they, yeah, okay, thanks. So I was never asked. So that was in my mailbox, and then look at this. I was watching Ian Fenley. No, not Ian. The sketchbook artist thing, and he advertised these little cards that he made for urban sketchers, and I just ordered these. I cannot believe that they got here this quickly. These are from High Street in Farden, the United Kingdom. Urban sketch flip cards, and look at these. Oh my gosh. Oh, you saw this? Well, yeah. Not only did I see it, of course, I bought it. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, look at these. Oh, wow. Oh, I need the color wheel. Look, he's got all the things that you need to know. Composition tips, framing tips, location and preparation. Bring water for drinking and painting. Don't pack too many pens. Find the nearest toilets. Remember to bring tissue, sunscreen, and or a raincoat. Well, if you're in London, if you're in England, a raincoat. Tips for location, material. Oh, these are pretty cool. These are really cool. They were not cheap. However, he gives you all the names of the, this is really, you can't see it, I'm sorry. Names of the materials to use, adding depth to your sketch. And these are cool. Painting color, look at that. He's got the basic colors. I've been reading another urban sketchbook, and the guy is basically telling you, the colors that you need, that you should have in your paint box. Avoid flat. Okay. I'm very happy with these. Mindfulness advice. Enjoy the accidents. Focus on the sketch, not the passerbys. Let go of the accuracy. Hold the pen at the top. Splash the paint. Listen to the scene. Remember, just a painting. Yeah, that's good advice. It sounds like Toby, the other guy I've been following. Mindfulness tips. Keep active, move around the scene, sketch and see things from different angles, connect, join a community group, give back, offer your feedback to other urban sketchers, take notes, slow down and focus. Cool. So that came in the mail. And oh, look, I didn't even see this. Look, it's got the little thingy. And oh, look at this. Isn't that adorable? It's got an urban sketch. Ooh, what's this? A thank you. Well, you're very welcome. Oh, and that's his book, Finding Inspiration. And this, and it says, throw away. Do not eat. So don't eat this. Silica. All right. All right. I'm not unhappy with that purchase. Oh, it says if you find your flip cards helpful, please share the love. Take a snap of you wearing them and share it on Instagram. Okay. I tried to I did what? Not British sweeties. Oh no. Oh, for this guy? Okay. It's let's see. Let me see. He offered a free course, and all it was one lesson to do that one building. Oh, okay, yes. And I showed that last week. I did that one sketch. But you could find him at urbansketchcourse.com, all one word. And I'm sure you could probably, from there, you could probably find your way to where these cards are. Wow. And he's got this that came in the box. Scan me, find out more, explore 120 exquisite new sketches and travel with Ian. Yeah. I mean, his courses are pretty pricey, but this was a free course where he sketched one. Okay, Sophia, where he sketched one scene. But I would check out just Urban Sketch Course, and you probably would find him. Let's see. Yeah, Urban Sketch Course #. I think that's where you're probably going to find him. His name is Ian Finley. FENNELLY. Yeah. I'm happy with that. So that was a little gift to me. Put that in metal to keep them. Yes. Yeah, I got an invoice from the Week magazine, and they said all I have to do is write cancel on this and mail it back to them because I don't want the magazine. So I'm going to do that. And this is, I got something from Colleen. Whoops, I fell. Yes, he does. Thank you, Barbara. So Colleen sent me something. Thank you, Colleen. Feels like it's soft. Oh, I saw Colleen yesterday. I bumped into Colleen yesterday at Spectrum Arts Creations. They're on every Saturday, and they sell stuff every Saturday, starting at 2, I think. Oh boy, did I get in trouble there yesterday. Yes, I did. Seth Apter has come out with a line of fabric. And they had, I think, all of it, or at least they had 6 different Seth Apter fabrics. And they had a deal if you bought all 6. And guess who bought all 6? I know, right, Janice? Well, I bought all 6 because it's a half a yard, which is not a whole lot of material, but it's enough to make a cover, And if you bought all 6, it was $6 per half yard. Otherwise, it was $6.50. So that would make it $12 a yard. So I don't know whether that's a reasonable price for fabric. I don't know. I think it is. Excuse me. I bought some Timmy fabric not too long ago at a local shop, and it was pretty expensive. But I'll show. So I bought all 6, and then I continued to buy some more stuff. And I got in a little bit of trouble. Oh, napkins! Woohoo! Let's see. Okay. Oh, look at those faces. I love those type of faces. Cool. Thank you, Colleen. Wow. Some butterflies and flowers. And there's some of her sunflowers. Oh, these are her favorite sunflowers. Wow, and sunflowers. This is cool. I will take these apart. Oh, oh, look, it's blue and not red. Oh, look at that. It's a star. That's a cool napkin. Oh, Halloweenie's coming. And there's another Halloweenie. Oh, ooh, scary. I was watching Miriam today. She was making a haunted house for designer fabric. Yeah, that. And higher these days. Okay, yeah. Yes, thumbs up would be awesome, folks. I would so appreciate that. Every little bit helps. And there's just a jolly old pumpkin and ghost. I was thinking of making yeah, very nice. I was thinking of making a haunted house out of, I love building in cardboard. See, it was 6 for 1/2 yard. On that live, oh, you bought some too? Okay, all right, okay. I don't feel so bad. Well, I saw Colleen there, and I think she bought the fabric too. Hi, Sherry. And then I had a whole bunch of stuff that was on waitlisted. So I hope I'm assuming they'll send it when it's all there. But they were pretty. I really liked them. But am I done? No, that wasn't enough of spending this week. You would think I got a raise or something. I was watching, there's a guy called Peter Draws, Draws, and he does these incredible line drawings. And oh yeah, Christmas fabric. That's true. 'Tis the season. I have some Christmas fabric from last year. It's really cheap. It's just a little tiny squares, but it's got reindeer and Santa Claus. So Peter Draws said that there was a pen company that designed a pen for him. So I had to have it. And that came really quick too. It came from Gold Spot Pens from Aberdeen, New Jersey. And it was, yeah, August 24th. So you want to see a fountain pen? Let's see. Let me get a. Don't look, Angie. No, I'm only using the scissors, Angie. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can open it this way, and maybe this way. Yeah. I was surprised this got here so quick. Now, Peter is he is an absolute character. I don't know how else to describe him, but his line drawings are just amazing. Let's see. Ooh, and it came with a book. A Rhodia book. Oh, but it's lined. Oh no, it's graph paper. This brand of paper is high candy. This is the best paper. And I have dot paper of Rhodia, and yeah, it's beautiful paper. It's French, made in France. Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Anne. That's all I know. And I can maybe sing Frere Jacques. Dormez-vous. Oh, that's cool. It said it came with the book. All right. You're saying the hell with the book. Let's see the pen. Okay, Gold Spot. Wait a minute. They charged me for the wraparound graph paper notebook? I didn't order that. Huh. I don't need paper. That's interesting. Oh, well. Oh, look, bubbles. All right, let's get this baby open. Don't look. Oh, look, it's got his drawings. Look. So this is the kind of stuff that he does. Peter drawers. A Peter pen. Somebody's having fun. Hi, Nashua. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dun, da, da, da. It's a Novelar. I've never heard of the brand Novelar. Totally new to me. Let's see. Ooh. It even has a wrench. Oh, it has his drawings on it. It has his kind of drawing on it. Ooh, isn't this pretty? Look at that. It's got like his, and it's kind of etched on there. And it has his autograph. Let's open it up. Oh, nice nib. That looks like a size 6. I got the broad nib. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's a vacuum. Yeah, I think. I think it's a vacuum. I'll have to look at the directions because it doesn't have. It's a vacuum plunger type filler. Because the directions might be helpful, right? It's pretty. And you know, it's big, right? But it's not heavy. And it posts, but I never post my pens, never. Huh. Yeah. And then it has a little wrench. And that's to get inside of this. When you want to clean that, there's a little wrench. I've got some other pens that have that type of filling mechanism. Let's see. So that's gently twist the end cap counterclockwise. Clock goes this way, and this is counterclockwise. All right. Dip the nib into ink all the way. Huh. Well, what do you say? What do you say? I thought you would have to. I just happen to have some black ink right here. I worked with a knife. You worked with a knife pen today? Pin? Angie? Wow, I'm so proud of you. This ink is interesting because it has like a little inner thing on the inside. So you kind of have to tilt the ink to fill the little inner thing. And then when you do that, you got to remember to wipe that. Otherwise, you have ink all over yourself. Because I've never been able to fill a pen without wearing some of the ink. So that's just a given for me. I always, when I watch these people fill pens online, and they never have any ink on them at all. So look, I would have been wearing that. Let's see. Okay, that's what it says. That's it. And you're going to stick this in here. All right, I'll stick it in here. And then close it. I will be shocked. I will be shocked. Okay. I got a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, hang out as long as you can. It's good to see you. Are you ready, folks? Wow. That's amazing. That's a nice pen. Look at that. Full dip. I only dipped it once. They say you should go up and down 3 times. But this is how they test pens. They'll go like 1, 2, 3, and then they'll give it the smear test. So it's a wet writer, and it's very smooth. Oh my God, it's smooth as a baby's butt. Look at that. Woo-wee. Very nice. Very happy. And again, I got a broad nib because I have a lot of fine nibs. But with a broad nib, you can do what they like reverse writing. So if you write upside down, you can take this broad nib like this and turn it into a fine nib like this. Just by going upside down with it. So you can kind of go like that upside down, and then you have like a fine to medium, or you can write with it down like so. And so you can get the two different thicknesses. So you could sketch with this, you know, and then you could do like thin hash marks with it. Right? You do some hash marks, or you could do some really heavy duty stuff. Wow, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with it. Yeah. Wow. This is going to have to, take, yeah, it's going to have to be a daily writer for a while. That's what they call it. I need to go through my fountain pens. I've got too many fountain pens. And I only have a handful of really good fountain pens, you know. And this is really good ink. This is I don't know, this is the carbon ink, and it is waterproof. I mean, it really is waterproof. And so a lot of oh, look. Here's a little card. Thank you for supporting me and my art. Please enjoy your narwhal. Original Peter Draws exclusive. Happy drawing. Peter Denglish. And that's kind of the kind of stuff he does. It's all line work. Very elaborate line work. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's everything. But I'm really impressed with that pen. Just to show you. Currently, in my little thingy, my pen thing here, I got this pen, and I have this pen, and I have, I'm not done. This is just in my little thingy. I got this pen right here, and there's one more in here. I know that. All right, where are you hiding? No, I don't know where it went. It's a little pen. It's a really, oh, I got this pen. And that's just, oh, and then, no, that's not it. There, this pen. Is that enough pens? That's just, those are fountain pens. I just happen to have in my, my thingy here. Yeah, it's a good pen. It is, I mean, it's a good ink. Yeah. I have a lot of Noodler's ink, and this is a Noodler, and he's a character. Whoops. So these are just, this pen is very heavy. It's a metal pen. It's a steel pen. And it's really, this one, you screw this on the back, because now it's basically the size of a regular pen. Oh, I'm sorry, your nephew has COVID. Yeah, I think that's a good idea to stay away from him. Yep. That's how I got COVID. I was shot. So this is that's a heavy pen. The rest of these are plastic. So that's just a few pens that I have handy. They're like right here, right here. Okay. So I said I was going to be journeying through my journal. So, and I don't know if anybody read that or not. I want to tell you, I'm in the process of making a new journal, and I'll show you what I got done so far. I don't know whether I am up to really, but this is Timmy fabric, and this is Timmy fabric, and this is a paper bag, and here is a paper bag, a regular old public shopping bag that I have cut down, and this is this series of YouTube videos is from Barbara 49 Dragonflies. Yes, 49 Dragonflies. And she shows you how to do all of this. And of course, I screwed it up. And I'm sure no one here that knows me would be in the least bit surprised. I wanted this to be my cover. However, when I glued it down the wrong way. Now, there's nothing wrong with this being the cover. This is very nice, right? And I bought a lot of this. I don't know what I mean. I don't know. I didn't know anything about buying fabric, and so when I ended up buying this, I just give me. I don't know how many yards I have. I didn't realize how much it would be, and this was like. I got this at this little fabric store. So she shows you, and I added a pocket here. And but anyway, this was supposed to be my cover. And and then what you do is you make a little pocket, and this is inside and that's inside the paper bag. So I've got a really big pocket. I could. And I'm thinking all that material that I bought, now you really wouldn't want anything that long because it's going to get folded. So all of that Seth Apter material that I bought, a half a yard. Is that about a half a yard? Maybe not. I might have to sew it together. These are buttons that I made out of, book pages. And I sewed them on with an actual, sewing needle and thread. So, and this thread here, this black thread was my grandfather's. That's how old it is. So he was an upholsterer. And I've moved many, many times, folks. Thank you, Janet. I've moved many, many times, and this is his thread. God only knows how old it is. And it's from the Meyer Thread Company, and I'm assuming of Lowell, Massachusetts, because they lived in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. So this is, it's still good, and it's really, so I'm still using it. I'm still sewing journals together. No, I know. No one will know. But I can. I just when I realized what I had done, I just laughed because I'm thinking, okay. I mean, at least it's not upside down. I mean, that would be my norm, right? That would be my norm that they would be upside down. At least both sides are the right side up. Yeah, these were fun to make, and I think this was Jo DeFee. This is one of Jo DeFee's where she made paper buttons out of book pages. And I have a pocket over here, and I kind of puckered the pocket so it's not flat. So this is what she did was she made 3 of these. And what's going to happen is this is going to be for September, October, November, December. So 4 months goes in here. And so she's got 3 of these journals for the whole year. And I'm just going to do, obviously, September, October, November, December. And each signature has enough pages for like 4 weeks and I printed it out. I went to her shop and I bought her Digi downloads, and I struggled and I couldn't get, I was very frustrated and printing this out, but they're not, I guess they're better than I thought they were. So I have a whole, and these are going to get, so this, here's the week, right? And what she does is she basically cuts these in half and then glues them. I have some coffee stain paper that and look at this. I'm going to try to leave that there. Can you see that? And I didn't make this. I bought this from, oh man, she comes on late at night. And she sells paper. It's not Sandra, it's another crafter that usually comes on later at night. And I bought a whole pack of her coffee dyed papers and other things. So these will get cut. I'm not going to try to use these. I'll cut these down and like this. So you'll have something like this, right? And it'll be glued on this, and that'll become a page. And I pretty much I bought the whole kit and caboodle. And so I've got 4 weeks. So there'll be one for each week for September, and then I'll do this all over again. And then there's corners, pockets, and more weeks. And then here's a beautiful envelope. And there's a whole bunch of ephemera, some beautiful tags. And actually, I think her first name is Amy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think her name is Amy. So these actually printed out really nicely. I don't know why I was bitching earlier about it, but I'm looking at that. That's pretty. This is on a laser printer that needs toner. It needs magenta. I got to replace the magenta. And I'm printing on Hag's Hollow. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, she's the one that. And I bought I got quite a bit of her paper. So I've got tags to work on. And these were all designed by Barbara. These are Barbara's stuff. Very pretty. And this is, I'm dark. Yeah, that's it. Dark Wood Sanctuary is Amy. And that's where those coffee dyed papers came from. And I have other papers that are dyed. So actually these came out pretty good. And I made the other day, I had a whole bunch of scrap pieces of manila folders and bits and pieces of watercolor paper. And I have tag dies, for these tags dies. And I made a whole bunch of dies out of my scraps. And so I'll be making tags, obviously. And then there's a whole bunch of just pages. So I plan to do September, and I might go and maybe get a different. There's something called the digital. Is it the digital collage? I'll have to put it. I'll probably put the link down for you. But it's like Graphics Fairies, but it's much cheaper, and they've got all sorts of Digi downloads that I can use also. So I figured I'd buy her and use her for September, but I really would like to do this for October and November. I want to make some tags. I'm going to leave some area to journal. I journal daily, so this, I don't think I'm going to use this as a daily journal, but I'm probably going to use it for, making tags and other artsy fartsy stuff, Yeah. Well, many of you watched me do my Pantone cards, and I'm very happy with how they came out. They're in a loose leaf, and I did a flip through. And then this is some stuff that I got from the digital collage college, I think. This is what their stuff looks like. And this is, I can't remember what they charge. I bought a lifetime membership. It was like $39 for a lifetime membership. Thank you, Janice. Digital Collage Club. I don't know. I'm thinking college. Oh my God, I'm all right. But this is one of their journal kits and this is very pretty. So I can see this being, I don't know. It's not. They have a fall one, and then I found this in my scrap paper. So this definitely can go in there. And obviously, I really need to have some birds. Hi, Nettie. I saw you yesterday. Yeah, the roses, aren't those pretty? Yep, they're very pretty. Very pretty. And this is kind of neat. This can be cut up. And then on the other side is just crinkly paper. So I can use that. So, and then I've got this, and I've got some old magazines. I have old Life magazines and Look magazines, and they're just laying around. I mean, I've got 1955 issue, and then a 1963 and 4 issues, and they're just laying around. And I might as well tear them apart and start using them. I don't know. I mean, this stuff. I'm sure a lot of you are guilty. All of a sudden, that stuff becomes precious, and it's not. It's paper, and you bought it to do what with? I'm trying to tell myself to use, right? So that'll be inserted in this, and so this is what I printed out. And looking at it now, yeah, the printer did a good job. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I saw you yesterday over at Maddie's. Didn't I? Yeah, you were there later. That's what I meant when I said I saw you. I sees you over at Maddie's yesterday afternoon. I was telling the ladies earlier that I got into some trouble at Maddie's yesterday. Yeah, I mean, and then sometimes I know, but you got there late because I kept on looking for you. I was like almost like the first person there, and then I was going, okay, where's Nettie? But you came, you showed, and I bought all of the Seth Apter fabric. I didn't buy any of the Christmas stuff, but I know that this Christmas stuff was pretty. I bought some stencils. Yeah, I bought quite a bit of stuff too. So, all right, I just been yakking away. What I want to do is, so this is going to be that journal, and there's going to be, you don't think that 4 months are going to fit in there, but they will, and it'll be about like so when it's said and done. Yeah, you were there for the Stampery Christmas. Yeah. It'll fit because I saw it. I seen it, and they're gorgeous. And because she's got, when you just picture this with all the signatures and all of the fluff and the stuff, and the tags and the thingy-lingies and everything else, it's going to be, yeah, it'll be fun to do. And so that's what this is. And I have all that Seth fabric. Hi, Rosemary. It's funny that you should, because my plan is I was going to work on my Latin artisans caboodle kit. So I was just showing stuff that I've been working on and such, and all my purchases. I didn't do any art this week. Last week I showed you some loose sketches that I had done. I did one goofy sketch where it's, you draw like a weird character, and that's all I did. And I'm sorry I'd like to do a little bit more. Because that's the Ian Finley. That's from the Ian Finley lesson I was telling you about. And then I did this, and I just drew these weird, and then I was trying to copy these pictures in the background, and then these guys came on first, and then I kind of draw around them. That's the only sketching I did this week, so it's not very, I have to do a better job at that. All right, so this is where I am at with, ta-da. Yeah, it is, yeah. And this is Rosemary's. This is all out of the Latin Artisans Caboodle kit. And again, I am so far behind. That's, what is that? No, that's part of it. That's just stuff that I added. Yeah, that's all part of it. So I'm going to, and this is what Rosemary, that's not nice of me. It's like, let me put this on. Don't you love this sound? I love this sound. You know, I've never been to Pearls. We were at, is it Spectrum Creations Art? Nettie would know. I know it's got the word Spectrum and Arts and Creations in the, yeah. This is some stuff that but this is from the Caboodle kit. And all of this, and all of this. And so I'm gonna work on this, and this is some of my dyeing. I did some dyeing, and I used, I went to the Dollar Tree, and thanks, Lisa. Yeah, thumbs up would be awesome. I went to the Dollar, and I bought those, cookie sheets that the Dollar Tree has, and I did some coffee dyeing, and I didn't realize, on the bottom it's got those little bumps. Spectrum Art Creations. Yes, that's them. Yeah. And she's on every Saturday. And I think she starts at 2 and she goes till whenever. I think she called it quits about 7 o'clock last night. I think maybe a little bit earlier than that. And she's got a little bit of everything, right? Right, Nettie? I mean, and she always has great prices. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I bet you must have that kind of thing over across on the other side of, on your side of the pond that we just don't know about. I bet. So this is my attempt at dyeing. But anyway, this is some of the stuff that I've been working on, and there's some beautiful material in here. So that's what I'm going to work on. And these are some stamps that I made. Rosemary included these little critters. And these are from the Oaxaca kitten caboodle. I love saying Oaxaca, like the way it catches in the back of your throat. Oaxaca, which I haven't finished either. But I use these in this journal. I love this little lizard. Yep, and they're here somewhere. So that's what I'm gonna glue and chat, and this is in this journal too. I know where that's going. That's going on the binding. Okay, Angie, have a nice little nap, a little snooze-a-roozy. And look at this beautiful material. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors are just so vibrant. Oh. Now I think Rosemary is doing you admit nothing. Sales, UK scrapbooking shop. Okay. All righty. Now, okay. Isn't this gorgeous? And I think there were several, I think we got to pick. And so that came in the kit. And then this beautiful fabric came in the kit. So I'm going to use that in the kit. I started to say this month, Rosemary is a sewing theme. And you get a hoop. Oh, this is something I printed out. I just love those colors. I printed that out. And this is a masterboard that I made that I might use. And that's Rosemary's. And Rosemary made this on a jelly plate, I do believe. I remember watching her make that on the jelly plate. She made that on a jelly plate, the dreaded jelly plate. She made that on the jelly plate. And these. And these, yeah, those are Rosemary's. This is mine. I made this on my jelly plate. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. I use that stamp, and this is on deli paper, I think. And this paper. I printed out all of the stuff from Barbara. From 49 Dragonflies. The paper that I used it's resume paper. It's heavier than regular printing paper, but it's not as heavy as cardstock, and the weight of it is 32. And regular printing paper is 24, and this was 32. And Barbara from 49 Dragonflies, she uses something that's called photo paper. I didn't realize photo paper comes that big, but apparently it does, and a matte photo paper. So, but anyway, that's what I want to do. And the other thing that Rosemary did, which was really cool, is she colored these in. Oh, this is some more goodies. This is some more Rosemary, and this is from Rosemary. Rosemary's a great dyer or I started to do this. I don't know whether I watch Rosemary do this. Okay, who's on Panacea, Florida? They have an online shop. They do international shipping, Sophie. Yeah. And this is, I think Rosemary colored this in and then did this with black. But yeah, I started that, but I don't think I'm not gonna finish that. I added watercolor to this. I don't think that's happening. And this is stuff from Rosemary. And that's stuff from Rosemary. And I made this, and it's probably going to get sewn in the journal. This is one of those envelope books that you make. Barbara, 49 Dragonflies is not the market, 49 in market. It's something different. Okay. So this is I don't know what I did, but it's supposed to be, I did something here. I have no idea what I did. I think it's supposed to open like, this is a bunch of envelopes. And I did something wrong, obviously. Are you surprised? No? Something's ass backwards here. But I was going to add, yeah, it's just an idea. That's going to go in here. Like here. And so instead of just talking, I should really do some stuff here. It's one of those, you get it all out and then, So this came in the kit, the little Llama Dama. Yep. Oh, you said you were bad. Oh, what did you do? Oh, Lisa. Who was really bad? All right, Lisa was bad too. We were all bad at the same place. Sophia's not listening. She's not listening. She's got her fingers in her ears. You mean the fabric knitting? Okay. Well, I was bad with the fabric. So these are little cards. I stitched around them. I love stitching around the cards. That makes it. And there's Frida. And Rosemary doesn't like all my magnets. but that's okay. I like my magnets. But sometimes I do get carried away. So I have nothing in here, and and this here, it's so colorful. Look at these colors. That's out of a tissue, one of those tissue boxes. Yeah, we were all bad. Well, I'm sure it was good for Maddie and her small art business, you know. Did you hear that? That's an excellent magnet sound. Whether you like magnets or not, that's a good sound. Yes. Okay. So this goes here like this. And then this opens like so. That's a subtle snap. And then, yeah, I find these designs. This is not my design. This is from Victoria Designs. They have all these beautiful, again, digital kits. And then, yeah, it's so beautiful. And here are the other sides of the box. Just one of those cube boxes of Kleenex. And, you know, when you have the thick cardboard, you can peel off one layer. And so that's from that. And that's Rosemary's. That was a little foamy that I, put on a piece of cardboard, and I've used him as a stamp. And then I've got magnets here. Very subtle, though. And there's some. And then this all goes in here. And this is where I'm going to be gluing some stuff down. If I only stop talking, right, I could glue some shit down. And of course, if you go back and watch Rosemary's, the stuff, the way I'm sorry, just to watch. No, I'm not sorry. Just to watch Rosemary work, it's just mesmerizing to watch her put stuff together. But this month is a sewing thing. Yes, Kleenex, and that's the little cube thing, and that's the first time I've ever seen that design. And this is a manila folder that is choco full of stuff. Got little tags in here, and I did all the stitching, and that opens like so it keeps on giving. And these are all the little illustrations and that I cut out and stuck on here. Let's see, what is that? Something's not right. Oh, that's no. Huh. I don't know what's going on. But this is on here with the magnet. And there's Frida. And then there's a whole bunch of magnets underneath there that you can't see. I hit them with some stuff, and there's Frida, and you can see them here. And let's see. So you can pull it out like so and like so. But that's all right. So I was going to do a belly band here. And I'm going to get something done. And you guys have been so just happy to listen to me ramble on, but I am going to get something done. If it kills me, I am going to do something in this journal. And before I do the belly band, let's make sure I got something to... Good night, Safia. Thank you for being here. Yes, I think you better be off to bed. It's late on your side of the pond. I don't like that. Let's see. Maybe not a belly band. Maybe just an uninspired. See, this is pretty too. But that really should be put on paper, don't you think? It's kind of. What are the magnets called? Hi, Beth. They're called magnets. They're just magnets. Crafting magnets. Whoop. I'll show you them. I have a metal pole that holds my camera to my table, and I just stick them on that. But that's what they look like. I got that size, and now all the paper clips are stuck to it. That's the only problem in this size. Oh. Whoops. And of course, now they're going to be friendly with one another. I think, if you wanted to buy them, I think you call them, I think you would type in crafting magnets, and they come in various sizes. When I bought these were really the wrong size. They're too little and too fat. These are the better size because they're flatter. I don't know if you can see that, but they're flatter. And I just stick them over here. And then if I have paper clips, I just stick those on the magnets too. Magnets are very handy. I think I want to. Ooh, let me see. I got rid of. I didn't. Looky here. I have something. Okay. Well, all right. Let me do this. Okay. Yeah. This needs something. Then the flat ones. I think I typed in, I don't know, craft magnets or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, they're really handy, and there's several ways that you can attach them. And I was watching somebody, the person that made this particular journal thing that I'm using for my caboodle kit, and she by far had the best way of doing that. Neodymium. Hi, Angela. Nice to see you. See, that's much better. You need to have something. I really should sew that on there, though. Let's see. Let's do this. See if that's going to fit on there. It is. All righty. Okay. Let's do that. I hope, if you haven't seen my finished Pantone cards, I hope you check out my standalone video that I made where I take you through the cards, all 100 of them. That was something that I thoroughly enjoyed doing. And again, it took a while, but I have to say, a lot of times when I get involved in like a project or something, I get frustrated, and then I get all pissy and angry, and then I have to stop and say, what the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to be angry when you're doing this. You're supposed to be happy. And I never got to a point where I was kind of angry. I enjoyed every minute of it. And there were, frustrations, but nothing like, I sometimes have I feel, or I get, in my experience, you need the strong ones. Oh, yes. Yep. Oh, I know speaking of cards, I know the other thing that I bought at Maddie's was I bought the wobbles, the little springy things. That was a good price for the wobbles, because I looked to buy some wobbles. I wanted to put them on my grandson's birthday card, and I thought they were a little pricey, so I made my own. You can make your own wobbles. However, it's kind of tricky to make your own wobbles, and her price was very, very reasonable. So I bought some wobbles, and she had a really cute video that showed a whole bunch of cards using the wobbles. Ampex gave me one wobble that I used in my Alice in Wonderland journal. I have Alice I put the wobble on Alice as she's going down the rabbit hole, so you can hit her and she's wobbling, and it's a great effect, and they are a lot of fun. You know, you get some wobbles and some googly eyes, and man, you can make yourself some fun cards. Yeah, they are a lot of fun. And again, she was selling them $2.25 for 10, and that was a pretty good deal. So I bought 2 bags of the wobbles, and so that means 20 some cards. I only make cards for my family. I don't make cards for anybody outside the family. Maybe some of you saw the birthday card I made for my sister with the butterflies, the transparent butterflies. That was a challenge, and that I did it during a live. I can't believe I did that, but man, it came out great. The butterfly one, and that was again a mechanism, a pop-up book mechanism that was designed by somebody for that purpose. That came out really good. I was very happy. Isn't that, Kathy? Isn't that a good price? Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was a really good price. Because I looked at them on Amazon, and I can't remember. I didn't buy them because I thought, ooh, that's a little pricey. But I didn't think these were pricey. I thought her prices are, if you're not familiar with Maddie, her prices are always very, very reasonable. She must do a lot. I mean, she does a lot of, I think she does some serious shopping around to get the best deal for her people. I think she's very conscientious on her pricing, and it's very evident. But I find that most of the online, I would say probably all of the online markets are very reasonable. I mean, I've only been to Keisha and Maddie. I haven't been to many others, or maybe some Johnny's. I guess I've gotten in trouble over at Johnny's on occasion. Don't we all get in trouble? I get in the most trouble, unfortunately, in the wee hours. It's the wee hours that get me. Wee hours. And oh my God, if the merchant has PayPal, oh, I'm in real trouble. Oh, Maddie of Creation Arts, Spectrum Creation Arts. She has a market and sells stuff every Saturday from I think 2 to 6, 2 to 7. Maddie of Spectrum Arts Creation. Yeah. And she sells everything. Stamperia stuff. I bought all of thank you, Lisa. Again, Spectrum Art Creations. And Stamperia stuff. And again, yesterday she had Seth Apter's, I'm going to say it was Seth Apter's new line. I don't think Seth Apter ever did fabric before. I think this is a whole new venue for him, if I'm not mistaken. I have Seth Apter sprays, the Ising sprays that I love. They never clog. And I learned about him. Actually, I took one of the many courses that I had signed up. I took a class from him, an online class where he was doing an art journal page, and he was, had a lot of good information about composition and layering. I never layer enough. I always give up. I always, and how he adds paper to his pages and gesso and all of that. No, it's not going to come near us, Eileen. Hi, Eileen. We're lucky. It's on the other coast. Idella. Idella is her name. I know it began Idella. I think that's her name. They named her what about when they named her? They named her about 3 o'clock this afternoon. They named her. She was a tropical storm, but they're very confident that she'll be a hurricane by the time she gets up. Well, I guess the Gulf water is like 91 degrees. I don't know. Well, I'm assuming we're not going to. Well, we'll get wind and rain, but I don't think we're going to get like hurricanes. Oh yes, 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 Kathy. She's got a lot of good videos on how to do stuff. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Well, Eileen, are you ready for Idella? Idella? Oh my gosh. I think I pronounced it correctly at the beginning of the stream. Oh, good, Kathy. Yeah. No, she's got a lot of good. Yeah. We'll get rain and wind down. Yeah. I think I was describing earlier that it looked like she's going for like the armpit, where Florida, and Helen's going to get something though. Helen for sure is going to get some stuff because she's in Lisa, or is it Tanya that lives in South Alabama, which is the Panhandle, Pensacola area. They're going to get something for sure. And the other thing, the other one, Franklin, he just took a hard right, and he might hit skirt Bermuda, but he's not. And there's some bunch of others there's a couple of more that are lined up. I watch a guy, maybe you watch him too, Eileen, Mike's weather page. Oh, Tanya's the one that's in Pensacola. All right, yeah, she's going to get some stuff. Mike's weather page. Have you ever watched him? He's in Lakeland, Florida, which is over in the Tampa Bay area, and he is a hurricane chaser, and he's already planning to chase Idella, whatever. I know. And they were talking. He comes on at 9:19. Maddie's in. Yes, Maddie might be. Maddie. Yeah, I don't know whether you'd like him or not. He has a. Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I don't think you'd like him because he has a. The more I think about his style, and the more I know about you, he has a tendency to ramble, and I don't think you really are. He's got every kind of weather map that you can imagine. And he actually got in a plane and flew to Texas to chase the tropical storm. Hi, Aunt Bex. Good to see you. And I watched him. And Danielle's in the. Oh, is she? Okay. All righty. Just got home from Scott's mom. Okay. So how's Mill, mother-in-law, doing? I always refer to mother-in-laws as Mill. I hope she's well. I had these nice little rippled edges, and now what am I doing? I'm cutting them off. Yeah, Mike's weather page, he might ramble too much. And he's got, again, he's scattered. He's all over the place. A really tall pine was struck. Oh, no. Oh, your old house. Okay. And he's saying that South Carolina probably is going to get some of Ideal. Oh man, I'm going to stop saying it. Begins with an I. We were talking about how it seems that all of the bad hurricanes begin with I. She's having a clear day. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Any publisher clearinghouse on the way? Well, that's good that the fire department came and put it out. That's good. Yeah, we had weather alert, Brevard County. Yeah. We had a lightning strike. No, just down the street from me last week, and it took out like one of the boxes that control the sprinkler system. And so this area where I, my right here where I am, we had some no watering for a couple of days, which was not good given this heat. So that was not a good thing. I'm just putting backings on these cards. I mean, yeah, because they need backing. Doesn't everybody need backing? Yeah. I had a nice chat with my Utah son. And I played Neverwinter with my Boston son. So it's nice to have contact with the sons and the grandsons. My grandson has his first hockey game of the season next Friday night, 9:15 my time, 7:15 Utah time. And my son will be filming it, so I'll be able to watch him play live, which is great. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That sounds about right, about Thursday for you. I know Eileen has a nephew, I think, that's really a very talented hockey player. And my son Richard asked Reed's doctor whether he shouldn't have like an MRI because he's had a couple of concussions, and the doctor didn't seem concerned. He said that, because Reed wasn't knocked out. So I don't know. I'd rather him have an MRI, at least as a baseline. But he's been playing hockey now for, I guess, since he was 9. I have video of him when he was just learning to skate. And he was with, he had that one of those pushy things. It's so cute to see them when they're that little. You hold on to. And he's just this, little tiny guy down on this rink. And now he's out there playing hockey with the 12-year-olds. The name of his team are the Dogs, DAWGS. So I'm looking forward to watching him play. I bought them a GoPro camera last year, so I can see him a little bit better picture than the phone camera. So I'm looking forward to that. And Reed decided to, I guess they said at school that they asked the kids, I guess they had a choice if they wanted to play a musical instrument. I was laughing. Reed chose the trombone. I'm just glad that I don't know who gets to listen to him practice the trombone. I can't imagine anything worse. But every Sunday I ask him whether he practiced or not this week. And he gives me this, shitty grin on his face, which means no, he hasn't practiced. I think the only time he picks up the trombone is when he has band. And then on Friday, he left the trombone on the bus. So, but Richard, told him what he had to do. Richard said, well, you got to call the school or you call the bus garage. And he did all by himself. He looked up the phone number of the bus garage for his school and found the number. And he explained that he had left his trombone on the bus. And they told him that, it would be okay. It would be there Monday because they don't take anything off the bus. I guess. So, but they have a bus driver they have a new bus driver, and not that the bus driver is getting lost, but the bus driver is showing up late to pick the kids up for school. So that's, what's for him. Can't believe he's in the 7th grade. Oh my God. Is anybody here? I know. I was thinking the drums would be worse. Yeah. Yeah. The drums would be by far the worst. I was talking to my son about junior high, and I was laughing that I don't know of anybody, I've never heard anybody say, oh, I would love to go back and relive junior high. It's just like a rite of passage that we all had to go through. I mean, junior high, I think, is just, it's one of those, it's just a tough, for some kids, at least it's transitional. I mean, because for the first time you're changing classes. Oh, your son-in-law is a drummer. Okay. All righty. Is that what my son-in-law is a drummer? Okay. Cool. And I was laughing. I think, I've gone to many a graduation, and when the salutatorian, valedictorian, and all those people, those students get up to give their speeches, they reminisce and they mention this teacher and that teacher. Never once has a junior high teacher ever been mentioned in all the graduations that I went to. I went to 18 graduations. Never once was a junior high. I mean, people want to get through it, and they, I don't know. Anybody here remember junior high fondly? Or maybe you don't remember at all. That's great. Yeah. Oh, your daughter Susie's a drummer. Wow, that's cool. That's me. That's awesome. Very cool. You don't hear of that often. I'm sure there's, remember, not fondly. Yeah, I know. I don't know of anybody that, you might remember, but I don't have fond memories. I remember my ex-sister-in-law describing junior high. She said, the girls have too much makeup on and the boys smell. That was her definition of junior high. And that's when the boys start to have body odor issues. It's so hard. I mean, I remember my kids, they would be going out with somebody. Going out with somebody in junior high meant that you talked to them on the telephone. You never really went out, Let's see. Melody. Hi, Ann. Hi, Melody. Let's see. Yes, I like junior high. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I had a really good history teacher in junior high. I think that's probably why I became a history teacher. Actually, I had great history teachers. Yes. Hi, Brenda. It's funny that you should mention that, because that was Reed's big news this week. For this week at school, there was a fight. That was his big news. That's what he had to share with me, that there was a fight. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, of course your parents took you. Yeah. Well, I went to I went to school. It was a neighborhood school. So we all walked to school. So we could hang out, kind of, but you had the best science teacher in 8th grade. That's great. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah. I had some good teachers in 7th and 8th grade. But I just know it's a tough transition, because I think for some kids, for the first time, again, as I said, they're changing classes. So they may have 4 or 5 different teachers, where in elementary school you're with the same teacher, for everything, or for mostly everything. And now you're changing teachers. And That's another whole experience. Now, where my kids went to school, again, it was in southwestern New York State. It was a very small community, small farming community, and seventh and eighth grade were in with the high schoolers. It was one big building, 7 through 12, and they had kind of like a junior high hall to kind of keep the little ones separated from the big ones. And I don't know what their concern was. I mean, some of these kids, I mean, they're older brothers and sisters. Okay. I didn't like junior high at all. Did not. Okay. All right. And it's funny, when I moved to Florida and started teaching in Florida, the school that I taught in was a small school, and 7 through 12 on one campus. They call them campuses down here in Florida, because there's several buildings, but it was all, again, 7 through 12 were together. So I taught junior high. Started out as a 7th grade English teacher. And I tell you what, there's nothing worse than reading 7th grade essays, if you want to call them that. Nothing worse. Boring. Okay, wow. Physics in 8th grade, that's impressive. That's cool. And then I had a friend who taught 8th grade American history, and I knew that after she got married, she was not coming back. So at that point, I went to the headmaster and I said to her, gee, you know what? If there should be an opening in the history department, I sure would love to teach history. And I knew, and this girl's name was Colleen, and I knew Colleen wasn't coming back. So there was an opening for 8th grade American history. So I became an 8th grade American history teacher, and I did that for years. And then I moved on up to the high school. I taught 9th grade. I actually ended up teaching. I didn't get to teach American history after that, which was my first passion, was American history. But I taught world history. I taught world religions. And then my last couple of years, I taught seniors. And it's funny, some of those seniors I had in 7th grade. And I had them in 9th grade, and then I had them again as seniors. I really like my 8th grade English teacher. He knew it was me. Oh, I betcha. That's cool. That's awesome. Double sessions. Yes, we had double sessions when I was in junior high, because they were building a new junior high building or something like that. And we had double sessions. We went, first morning session was like from 8 to 1, and then the afternoon session came in and did 1 to 4 or something like that. Yeah, we did that too. I remember having to do that. See, I like these a lot better, even though I'm probably going to glue them down. But if I wanted to, I could do something else with them. But that's interesting. And this is interesting. Maybe not to you, but I found it interesting. I came across my dad's college transcript, and my dad was a pretty smart guy. He ended up at Duke University at the age of 16. He graduated from high school early, and at age 16, he's a freshman at Duke University. And he said that he'd never been so lonely because nobody wanted to hang out with a 16-year-old. And he played football. He was on like the freshman squad as a 16-year-old at Duke. And I guess he blew out his knee. This is the best I can remember. And then they came back and he went to community college in New York City, CUNY. And if you Google him in the New York Times, it's interesting. He comes up, but it says what it comes up. It says that so and so is playing football, this Saturday, and his name would be in the New York Times for playing football for the community, the community college of New York City, which I thought was pretty interesting. That's where his name appeared. But his parents couldn't afford to keep him. We also had a class called Study Skills. Okay. They had study skills at the school that I taught at here at Holy Trinity. They had study skills. And that was very helpful, especially for the 7th and 8th graders that had trouble being organized. Yeah, world religions was very interesting. Now, this school that I taught at was an Episcopal school, Holy Trinity Episcopal Academy, and the Episcopalians are very inclusive. And I had a lot of fun teaching world religion. And it was a lot of work because I had never taught world religions before. So there was a lot of prep work. I mean, I could probably go and stand in front of a classroom and teach American history like without a problem. But with world religions, there was a lot of work, a lot of prep work. And I exposed the kids to a lot of the fringe religions, and these kids were pretty. Again, this is a private school. These kids are pretty sheltered. They are very entitled, and I mean that not in a snotty way, but they, most of their parents were professionals, and. What I found out that was interesting, that many of them really had no regular church that they went to. And at Holy Trinity, we had chapel every day. Every day, chapel. And once a month, we had a Holy Eucharist. I mean, communion for 500 students, 7 through 12, in an auditorium. It was a chapel auditorium, and those kids were so good. When I look back, I'm always amazed that, because there was like a regular homily, and then they would sit quiet and still throughout the whole Eucharist. I mean, wine and wafer, the whole 9 yards, once a month, and then a chapel every day, 15 minutes. Doesn't sound like a lot. But to usher 500 kids into an auditorium and then to usher them back out and back to class, it was quite the feat. And those kids were really well behaved, because I gave them the LAR threat, and a kindly threat, just like a kind of told them about what I expected of their behavior in chapel. And I would say to them, I said, it's 15 minutes. And there's no reason why you cannot sit still for 15 minutes and be respectful. And if you're not engaged at all, and you're totally bored out of your minds, then take a mental stroll. Or conjugate verbs. If you're taking Latin, conjugate verbs in Latin in your head, or French, or whatever. Or take a mental stroll. Walk through every single room in your house. Walk through every house you've ever lived in. Do something mentally, quietly. Don't talk to one another. Don't poke one another. sit still and take a mental stroll. I used to do that. Have you ever done that? Anybody ever done a mental you just if you're sitting somewhere? I mean, I don't have to sit anywhere for long periods of time, but I'll just sit there. And Becky's making pimento cheese. That's a southern delicacy, right? I have never made that. Now, cheddar cheese, mayonnaise, pimento. What are your main ingredients? Here we are talking about food. It's about that time. Yep. We chat on Thursday. We always get to talk about food. Eventually, we talk about food. So what goes into your so easy? Okay. What's in it? Do you grate cheddar cheese? Yes. You need a snack. It's almost 7 o'clock. I had never heard of pimento cheese until I moved to Florida. I mean, I like pimentos in my olives, in my martini. If you want to call it a martini. It's not really a martini. Yeah, food time. Yeah, are you going to have dinner or you're just laughing? I'm talking about food time, yes. Cheddar cheese, mayo, black pepper. Ooh. I like that. The roasted red peppers. Because you didn't have the pimento strips. Okay. Yeah, those roasted red peppers that come in the jar, those are really good. That's a good thing to have in the pantry. The roasted red peppers. Well, I talked a lot, and you guys listened a lot, and I hope you had fun talking to one another and sharing some time together. One of these days, I'm going to finish this. I got I'm just gluing down pages, but maybe I'll make a tag or two. I'm not I shouldn't say. I've made some really nice tags. But I'm not a real tag maker. Yeah, those roasted red peppers, yeah. I mean, they're good on like a sandwich, or well, even in a salad, they're good. And they're, and the cost of a red pepper, you get the jarred ones. They're huge. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me for a bit. I wish Deb popped in. I have something I'm putting together, that thing for Deb. Well, I'm glad we could keep you company, Rosemary, as you're echo printing. I want to, you're here real quick. Quick. What did you use when you dyed that black paper? What did you put on the black paper? Was that alcohol and it was not regular black paper? Rosemary did some really cool mark making with black paper or something black. And I don't know, was it alcohol? I don't really have time to. Bleach. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thumbs up would be great, guys, as you say goodnight. I never bought them. Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're good in salads and in a pinch. Yeah, they're really good. Okay, bleach. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Bleach. And would that work? Would that work on regular black construction paper? I guess it would. Yeah, the marks, that mark making, those marks that you made, they came out so cool. I wanted to try that. All right, folks. I guess it's my time is past. Time to go. And I will finish this. I've got all those others that are stacked up waiting to land. My analogy was the other night was there. I felt like, the jets stacked up flying over Kennedy Airport, waiting to land. I've got some journals that are waiting to land. Okay, thanks, Chris. Good luck grading those papers. Patience, patience. All right, have a good week, everybody, and I hope that if you're in the path of Idella, that it won't be too bad. Each black people. Okay, all righty. Sounds good. It would be fun. Yeah. All right, bleach. I got bleach. I can do that. Bye, folks. Be safe. You can't be safe. Be good. If you can't be, no. Now I forgot one. All right. If you can't be good, forget it. I can't remember. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the thumbs up. Bye. Hey, Ruth. Okay. I'm glad I could keep you company.